A very good morning to you, Naledi. Most definitely today marking day 2 of the wage talks that are underway at the Public Service Coordinating Bargaining Council. This is where government and the employees in the public sector are trying by all means to find each other. As you know very well that the workers have outright rejected that 3% wage offer that was presented by a government in terms of the finance minister even going to parliament to solidify that increment of 3%. The workers saying that they are back at their 10% wage offer, and they're calling for the government to come through to the bargaining table to negotiate with them in good faith. Most of them yesterday occupying the streets here outside the bargaining council in Centurion to try by all means to show a force of unity as the workers in the public sector. We had others from Cosatu, we had members of Fedusa, the federation, we had members of SABC as well, the federation. This telling you that indeed the workers are united in their call for an above inflation wage increment. Most of them they are back here today, they are in high spirits. This are of course pickets that are continuing as well countrywide. We have others that are taking place in Durban, there are others taking place in Cape Town, and here outside the bargaining council it's the central nerve of how things are actually happening in the sector when negotiations are taking place. I'm going to bring into the conversation now the SAPU spokesperson. They are the South African Policing Union. Their members are gathered here very early from yesterday to today as well, and we are seeing that you're looking forward to what is happening here behind us in terms of those talks. Have the talks resumed today? Are we expected to see any move really from that 3% that government has proposed? Welcome to the SABC.
Good morning to yourself, Katlego, and the viewers at home. We are here, we've been here since yesterday, and even this morning our members are here. You can see everybody's here. We are United Labour, all the unions. Majority of the unions in the public sector are here indeed saying to the employer in this conciliation process they agree to the demand of the 10% that we made. And as we speak, the talks have resumed, and as we speak, but we still continue to see the delaying tactics of the employer, whereby they have now requested a caucus for them to caucus amongst themselves. But we are here, we are resolute about what we are demanding. We are united as unions, we are united as labor, and nothing will deter us. If they going to accede to the 10% demand that we are making, we are expecting that from other unions which are busy with the current conciliation process, that the commissioner would be able to issue a certificate of non-resolution. But we the process to undergo inside there, and then the outcome thereof, it will be what will pave a way forward. But as you can see, the workers being here, we are here as unions, we are here united. We are saying that it has been a long time that the government is taking the workers for granted. We have seen they'll give themselves a 3% hike, which was backdated to 2021 April. For such a period, people who are earning millions and millions of rands. What more of a public sector worker who earns less than 100,000? But they continue to undermine the workers who are indeed sacrificing their lives and themselves to make sure that the public service runs smoothly. So we are here today. We are waiting for the outcome thereof of what is going to happen at the end of the day.
This process here is set down for 2 days, and today is marking day 2, and it seems like there's no movement in terms of those interventions that are underway with those that are negotiating with government in here. And we know very well that there are other unions that have already obtained a certificate to strike, and is pointing to that. As members that are gathered here, are you resolute still on that issue to say that if you don't find joy from this processes here, from as early as Thursday, we could see your members in the public sector downing tools?
From ourselves, if you could remember, Katlego, we got our certificate of non-resolution. We went through the conciliation, the finalizing process of balloting, and we will be going through the issue of ensuring that we deal with the picketing rules as we speak now. We are continuing to be resolute. As certificate that as we move together as the unions in the public sector. We don't want to move with any form of any division, because we are united. As you can see, our colors, our emblems have been set aside. Our focus and our goal is one thing. So we are still in these processes. We are all preparing ourselves for the strike. We cannot be at this stage pronounced to say which date, because as we speak, others are still busy with the conciliation. They don't have a certificate as yet. We have a certificate, we've balloted, we are going through other processes. And other unions, they also got their certificate of non-resolution, like the PSA. Already they are at the late stages. So we want to move with unison, because united as we remain to be, we strongly believe that we will be able to overcome this employer who's arrogant, who's taking the workers for granted in these processes.
It's been a marathon of talks, and that caucus, is it something that is pointing to government maybe at least retracting that statement of 3% and coming back to the bargaining table? Or where are we? Yesterday we heard that at least that statement, there are talks that statement is going to be withdrawn by the employer, so that talks can start from afresh. Where are we right now? Is that statement withdrawn, or are they still hell-bent on the 3%?
The employer is still hell-bent with the 3%. We hope maybe if this government really cares about the workers, they will retract the implementation of the 3% and ensure that they bring the 10%, which is our initial demand, all of us, because we moved to the 10%. We expect them to do so, but we are not even begging them to do so. It is something that has to happen because it is in line with the rights of collective bargaining. It is in line with the demand that we made as labor, and we are not even fearful. They are not doing us a favor. We take note of what the Minister of Finance has said in Parliament, saying that usizamile. Usizamile for what? Because the workers have a right to work. They have a right to receive a salary increase that they deserve because they work for the public service. They sacrifice their lives. So we will allow processes to unfold, and then whatever outcome that comes, whether they retract that implementation circular and then they will now say, okay, they are going to review their offer, we will appreciate that, because social dialogue is what we engage in. But if they do not want to do that, you can see the masses have spoken through our social media, through everywhere. Our members are ready to go on strike. So we need to fulfill all the legalistic processes so that when that time comes, all unions pronouncing themselves, we can all be within the ambits of the law. That's where we are. So we will wait for the outcome today, and we'll take it from there as a united front.
Thank you very much, sir, for your time. He's coming through there as the SAPU spokesperson, just giving us an update on the latest where the talks are concerned. Now, lady, it's a race against time here to try by all means to bridge that impasse. You had the union saying, indeed, they are ready, their members are ready. Some of them have already obtained certificates to down tools, and this will be disastrous, for the public sector if indeed these workers are down tools. You can imagine that some of them are forming part of essential services. So if they indeed go ahead and down tools and be defiant as they can, then this is spelling disaster for the country. Now, lady?